Greetings YouTube, this is Doctor Who Series 11 Episode 9 and it is called It Takes You Away. I was supposed to watch this last night but I was editing a video together so I completely forgot. I'm going to watch it now on iTunes. It sounds like it's going to be a traditional Doctor Who episode because we had a very heavy episode with episode 3 and then we had a moderately heavy episode with episode 6. I thought episode 9 is going to be another one, you know, cause you see how I thought that. But no, it sounds like from the thumbnail I'm guessing it's at night obviously, and it's one of these spooky ones. So I'll get back to you when I'm done watching it. Did I just watch an episode of Legion? I feel like I just watched an episode of Legion, or at least the outtakes. I like the way she comes out from behind the tree. It's like she's not there and then she's there. It's daft thing, it just made me smile. Big boarded up house, absolutely nothing is gonna happen. Big unseen monster, very loud roar. Weird noise in the attic and a mirror that doesn't reflect everything. Flesh-eating moths. Is it just me, or did anyone else not particularly find them that intimidating? Something struck me while I was watching them and the episode, is that in the original run of the series, the episodes and the programs themselves used to go on for a lot longer than this, so they could kind of build it up more. But nowadays the episodes are, well, at the moment they're about 50 minutes long. Not much build up to them. I'm wondering if that's starting to affect my perception of the quote-unquote bad guy, or at least the monster. I just wasn't particularly intimidated by them. Is that just me? Starts off your usual Doctor Who spooky episode, and then at some point the episode went completely off the rails and decided it was Legion. I don't know what Legion, if you haven't seen it, I've seen season 1 of Legion. It is insanely trippy. Giant radios and that's just tip of the iceberg. But yeah, I felt like this episode was weird. I mean, towards the end, I feel quite confident that if you had walked out of the room and then come back 5 minutes later, you'd have been totally lost at the end. You'd have been thinking, what's going on? It's just weird. I kind of don't want to talk too much about this episode because it got really weird at the end. It's one of these things that if you say anything about it, you end up kind of spoiling it. It's very hard to talk about this kind of thing. I had the same problem when I was trying to review Avengers Infinity War, except that was because it was a whole action piece. But this, yeah, it was veering towards Legion trippy territory, so it makes it very hard to talk about without spoiling the thing that makes it interesting. Because the visuals are what makes it interesting. Yeah, this was a weird episode. I kind of have an issue with it doing this though. Because while I do like Legion, by the way, for its trippiness, but I feel like if you're going to do that kind of thing, you've kind of got to commit to the whole thing, and Legion did. This is kind of... If Legion is diving in the deep end of weirdness, then this was Doctor Who just dipping its toes in the shallow end. And yeah, if you're going to do that kind of thing, you're best going all in right from the beginning. And just making the whole thing as weird and surreal and bizarre as possible. This was an alright episode, I think. I don't think it's a serious contender, on my list anyway, for my favourite of this series. Probably because it didn't commit to the weirdness. I prefer when something commits, you know. If you're going to go, like, I don't know, like Dark Knight Trilogy super serious, then go super serious. If you're going to do Adam West Batman, then do Adam West Batman. You know what I mean? Commit to one thing or the other. And yeah, this program was kind of skirting the two of them. So yeah, weird episode, but in a weird kind of way, maybe not weird enough. I think that's what I'm saying. I don't know what I thought about this episode. It was weird. Weird. That's the best word to describe it. Is weird. Okay, we've got one more episode to go, episode 10, and then we've got the New Year's episode, of course. So I'll try and actually watch episode 10 live this time, because I forgot this time. Okay, I'm going to stop wittering now. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe and share, all that jazz. See you next time.